Beautiful. So I'm starting the recording of the session. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Ready. So we're going to start here with our class number 3.2. It's the second class of the week number 3. Ready? We're going to start with a very simple question. As usually, we're going to start asking a simple question today. Ready? So over here, Paula, could you please help me to read the question that is here, honey?
Hello, teacher.
Yes, read the question.
Okay. What was your favorite soap opera when growing up?
Exactly. No. So what was your favorite soap opera? What is the meaning of soap opera? Do you know? Do you remember? What is the meaning of soap opera?
Bueno,
Yes, very good. Una telenovela, no? Very good. So what was your favorite soap opera when you were growing up? For example, in my case, my favorite soap opera was probably Betty la Fea. No, Betty la Fea, not so much. Probably Los Reyes, maybe. Yes, when I was a child, that was my favorite soap opera. What about you? What was your favorite soap opera when you were growing up?
I don't like soap opera.
In this moment or before?
Before in this moment, I am watching Rico
Which one? Rigo, in this moment.
in this moment.
Okay, very good. In this moment, she likes Rigoberto Duran, soap opera. Muy bien. Vivi, Daniel, Hannah, what was your favorite soap opera? Before or now? Doesn't matter. Like before or now, it's the same. Maybe Padres e Hijos, maybe, I don't know.
Ay, no, profe, no, no.
No sé, which one was a good, which one was a soap opera that you liked?
Betty la Fea, creo que es como como la que más uno de pronto recuerda, también la que decías de los Reyes.
Okay. Muy bien, very good, excellent, that's it. Danny, what about you? Have you seen any soap
La
opera?
Potra Zaina.
But that one is older, no? So that's más viejita, right? Yes, very good, possibly. Okay, very good. Daniel, do you see any?
No, teacher, I didn't watch soap opera, but obviously I have watched some series. Maybe I don't know. I remember like series in Discovery Channel or National Geographic. I liked that before. Like this program, like Supervivencia al Desnudo. This kind of thing that
Oh, okay, those
is
kind of
like
reality
survive.
shows.
Yeah, reality shows. And more recently, I like because I'm learning English. So The Office, I like a lot of The
Okay,
Office
well,
and
that
this type
is a
of
kind
thing,
of
but not a yeah, but not an a specific soap opera,
okay, very
but
good.
obviously a series, yes.
Yeah, muy bien, very good. Bueno, so Daniel told us that he doesn't like much the soap operas, no, not really into the soap operas, but he likes other different kind of shows, reality shows, surviving shows, sitcoms. Sitcoms, it means situational comedy, like for example, The Office, Friends, Two and a Half Men, The Big Bang Theory, no, those kind of shows se llaman sitcoms, ¿no? Like como comedia situacional, right? So it's like comedies. Okay, very good, excellent. And Hannah, maybe do you remember a soap opera that you like? Hannah, can you listen to me?
Dime, teacher.
Did you have any soap operas that you liked when you were younger? Any soap operas like, you know, Rebelde or, you know, Pasión de Gavilanes or something like that?
espérame. Please, ¿me puedes repetir la pregunta, por favor?
Sure. Do you have any soap operas that you liked it before? Like, you know, Betty la Fea or Pasión de Gavilanes or something like that? Any soap operas?
Yes, in the past, I liked this genre, o sea, ese género, o ese
Mm,
tipo de entretenimiento. Pasión
okay.
de Gavilanes y todas esas, pero now not.
No, not okay. Muy bien. Very good. Excellent. Thank you so much. Bueno, so in that case, we have two different words. The first one is genre. Genre. It's pronounced genre. And the second one is gender. If you find for both in a dictionary, they mean the same. Significan lo mismo, pero no son lo mismo, right? Genre, it means un género, pero género de música, género de televisión, género de películas, yes. But when I say gender, gender es el género pues, de la persona. Masculine or feminine, right? But genre could be what genre of music do you like? Salsa, reggaeton, tropical music, rock, yes. Or in this case, for example, what genre of series or shows do you like? Que sitcoms, que reality shows, que soap operas, series, of course, we have series, ¿cierto? And inside the series, we have thrillers, which are like the suspenso or horror films or horror series, the terror, right? Or romantic films or romantic series, right? Or sci-fi, which is very popular. No, what is the meaning of sci-fi? Sci-fi, what is that?
Ciencia ficción.
Ciencia ficción, science fiction, yes, o sea, es una apócope para science fiction. Que superheroes, que el viaje en el tiempo, que bla, 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 yes? So all of those, ready? So when we talk about genre, it's going to be all of that. Genre es género, pero de ese estilo, ¿no? O sea, género de música, género de películas, género de tele, todo eso, ready? Mientras que
Cher,
genre...
uno viejito que era muy reconocido, que era Expedientes X, ¿eso entra en qué? ¿En ciencia
Sci-fi,
ficción o
The
series? Sci-fi, ok.
X-Files, The X-Files, pues de hecho son las dos, o sea, series es como el
Mm,
estilo de,
mm,
y el género de genre es sci-fi.
mm.
Ujú.
Ah, ok, ok.
The X-Files, muy bien. Ujú. Bueno, so in this case, well, today we're going to talk about a little bit those kind of things, no? Like the soap operas, the like especially TV shows, streaming services, the Star Plus, the Netflix, well, all of those things, right? But the idea is that you can tell me a little bit of the characteristics of those shows. For example, I said that I like, no sé, I like the sports shows. I like the sports shows like in ESPN or in Fox Sports sometimes, or you know. Why? Because I think that they are so entertaining. What is the meaning of entertaining?
Entretenimiento.
Entertaining? It
Entreteniendo.
means, well, entretenidos in este caso, right?
Oh, entretenido, sí,
Entonces,
sí.
they are so entertaining. Yes, for me, they are so entertaining. So I feel good. I feel calm, relaxed when I watch those series, right? So they are so entertaining. And I can say also that I also like, as Daniel said, the documentaries. What is the meaning of documentaries?
Documentales.
Documentales, very good. Especially the historical documentaries. Why? Because I consider that they are such an
Cher, qué
interesting
pena. Sports shows, dijiste que eran qué? Qué
sport
pena.
shows como
Ah,
shows de deporte, o sea, no sé, una
ok,
mesa de
como Winnie's
debate de fútbol.
PAs, algo
Sí,
así.
exactly, like
Ok.
ESPN, like all of that, right? Entonces, I like the documentaries because I consider that they are such an interesting genre, right? I consider that they are such an interesting genre. Any idea what is the meaning of such? What is the meaning of such? Such an interesting gender. Any idea? Sorry, Paul, again.
Como un género interesante.
Como un género muy interesante. So it's an exaggeration of the characteristic when I say such an incredible,
No es como
uninteresting
algo
genre.
semejante, parecido, como algo así.
Such a, in this case, is going to work as an exaggeration, o sea, con algo muy, yes? So, but in that case, so también lo es. When I say so entertaining, it's like muy entretenido, yes? Entonces, we're going to see how to use these two expressions, such and so. Ready? We're going to see the difference between so and such. Bueno, let's start talking about, give me 1 second, I'm going to erase. Ready? So we're going to talk about a little bit. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, that's it. So we're going to talk about these two expressions, so and such, in order to express my opinion about something, in order to express the characteristics of something, right? This, in that case, we have different uses. The first one, it says such, solo such, right? Álvaro, help me to read this explanation. Such is ta ta ta.
Such is followed by a noun, usually modified by an adjective.
Exactly, very good. Entonces, such me permite decir muy, ¿cierto? Pero it's usually followed by a noun, o sea, por el nombre de eso que estoy mencionando. For example, I'm going to say, no sé, let's talk about Avengers. Avengers is such a popular saga. O sea, Avengers es una saga, ¿cierto? Entonces está seguido por un sustantivo. Este es el noun. Pero dice, usually modified by an adjective. Entonces, usualmente modificado por un adjetivo, que en este caso es popular, ¿ready? So I can say Avengers is such a popular saga. O sea, es una saga muy popular, ¿ready? Cuando uso such. ¿Ready? Alvarito, ¿tienes pregunta?
Sí, señor. También se puede usar también ese such como tan. Avenger es tan, pero bueno, ahí no pega, pero también se usa como tan, ¿cierto?
En ese caso, cuando usamos es tales como, cuando uso such as, es otra expresión, significa such as y significa tales como, cuando voy a ejemplificar. Por ejemplo, I love sports, por ejemplo, I love sports, such as, pero pila, siempre va such as completo, cuando quiero usarlo como tales como, such as soccer, volleyball and basketball, por ejemplo. ¿Yes? Entonces, cuando uso such as es porque quiero ejemplificar, pero si uso such y luego el sustantivo es porque estoy diciendo muy, es una exageración, ¿right?
Pero en ese caso, tan sería como.
Tan
Tan,
sería as, cuando uso tan como as. ¿Te acuerdas de
ya,
as?
ya. Ok, ahora sí.
¿Eh? Pero such as es otra cosa que es tales como, as es otra cosa que sí es tan como, ¿cierto? Y el such
Ya.
solito es solamente muy.
Muy, ok.
Yes, right? Listo, muy bien, very good. Entonces, in that case, for example, we have this example. Álvaro, read it, please. Read the example that we have here.
It shows a great show that I bought all 8 seasons.
Seasons. Muy bien. What is the meaning of seasons?
Sesión, no,
No.
¿no?
Estaciones.
Sensaciones.
No. Sorry, Paul?
Estaciones.
Ok, estaciones, pero más bien literalmente la palabra es temporadas, que los usamos para
Ok.
las temporadas del año, o sea, para las estaciones, pero lo que hablamos es de temporadas. Entonces, ustedes saben que las series vienen por temporadas, ¿no? So, for example, Breaking Bad has 6 seasons. No sé, let's see, another series. No, no me acuerdo. Broken Mirror, Black Mirror has, no sé, 6 seasons. O Stranger Things has 3 seasons. Entonces son las temporadas que tiene un show. ¿Listo? Bueno, so in that case they say, it is such a great show. O sea, es un show tan genial, ¿yes? O es un Es un show muy genial, right? Y en este caso, I'm going to describe it that as a consequence, right? Entonces, en este
Ajá.
caso, sí, por ejemplo, podría funcionar como dice Álvaro, como tan, ¿cierto? Es
Ajá.
tan genial o es tan popular o es tan
Por,
que,
por eso, porque yo la había alcanzado a leer abajo y yo pues significa que también puede tener donde aplicaba.
ajá, yes, 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 in that case, you are right. Because in that case, I said, it's such a great show. Es un show tan genial, right? And then I'm going to introduce a consequence. The consequence, it's introduced with that and then the consequence, right? So es un show tan genial o tan grandioso que, y entonces, de consequence, right? Pero incluyendo la palabra o el sustantivo, en este caso, show, o saga, o movie, o series, right? For example, what's your opinion about, no sé, let's see, what's your opinion about La Casa de los Famosos? Es un reality show ahorita horrible in RCN. What do you think?
Mm, mm, mm.
It's great, it's boring, it's interesting, it's mediocre. What do you think?
Es mediocre.
I think it's mediocre, no? So at least we said that it is, voy a usar show, porque pues el sustantivo de ese Casa de los Famosos es show o reality show, si quiero más específico, right?
Ajá.
Reality show. Para decir, es un show o es un reality show tan horrible o tan mediocre que, so I'm gonna use it is such a mediocre reality show that I never watched, for example, o sea, que nunca lo veo, ¿cierto? O sea, es un show tan mediocre que yo nunca lo veo, that I never watched. Yes. So in that case, I use such a, the adjective, que está modificando el noun, o sea, el sustantivo. Ready? Entonces, that's the use of such and then, that combination, adjective and noun. Ready? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo van ahí? Good questions, difficulties?
Good teacher.
Fíjate.
Listo, muy bien, very good. In that
Teacher,
case,
I have
yes,
a question.
Danny, of course.
Yeah, like in this example, in this and that is example, like Avenger is just a popular saga. So I could say like Avenger is a such popular saga. That work. That works.
Changing the a before?
Yeah.
No, in that case, it's going to be such and then the article, yes, because the article is together with the noun.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah,
reason. The article is going to be always together with the noun. Ready?
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Perfect. No problem. It's all right. Remember that the article a, it's for the ones that start with consonant, like for example, in this case, or an, if the next word started with vowel. For example, an incredible. Yes. If the next word starts with a vowel, it's going to use the an, right? No sé, la Premier League is such an incredible tournament. Yes, such an incredible con N because the next word it's incredible. Empieza con I. So that's why we use an. Right? Si empieza con consonante, usamos a and that's it. No problem. So, bueno, muy bien. Very good. So, in the second part, we have the use of so. It's going to be the same, except that in this case, I only require the adjective. I don't require the noun. So I would say exactly the same here. The show no sé qué, chaca, 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 lo que sea, whatever, is so mediocre that I never watch it. In that case, when I use so, it's not necessary to include the noun, solamente the adjective. So, it's so mediocre, el adjetivo, that's it, right? Pero no es necesario incluir el sustantivo. Show, película, no, just that. Es tan mediocre, o es tan, yes, es tan mediocre que I never watched it. That's it. ¿Listo? Entonces, remember that in that case, when I have a consequence, is the meaning is different, no? So, es tan, ta, 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 que, ready? If I don't have a consequence, if I don't want to use the consequence, then it's going to be simply muy. Yes? That show is so mediocre. ya, ahí acaba, ¿cierto? Entonces, si no hay consecuencia, no va a ser el significado tan, sino el significado more. Uy, ese show es muy mediocre, right? Yes, that's it, right? O the same happens here. Ok, es un show tan mediocre, that's it, que never watch it, yes? Si coloco la consecuencia. But if I don't use the consequence, it's going to be simply muy, and that's all right. ¿Listo? Pero el funcionamiento es exactamente el mismo. ¿Listo? Questions there with so? No, all fine.
No question, teacher.
Listo.
No questions.
Do me a favor, please. Help me to read the example with so, please, Bibi.
Dr. House is so foul temper that him when I first start watching the show.
Muy bien. Entonces, in that case, we said, Dr. House is so full-tempered, right? That I hated him when I first started watching the show. Yes. So we have only so, right? And then the adjective and then the consequence, right? That I hated him. Yeah, have you seen Dr. House? ¿Alguna vez vieron Dr. House?
No, teacher, no.
Never?
No, no.
Okay, so it's like it's a show very old but very popular. So when I say Dr. House is so full temper is like, how do you say that? Cranky, como de mal humor, ¿sí? Como cascarrabia, right? So Dr. House is so full tempered that I hated him when I first started watching the series. So únicamente tengo de adjective, that's it. Profe, y si quisiera incluir el such, claro, puede serlo. Entonces I could say Dr. House, Dr. House. Obviamente Dr. House es un hombre, ¿cierto? O sea, o una persona, mejor dicho, ¿cierto? So I could say Dr. House is such a foul-tempered, pero aquí sí debo incluir el sustantivo. ¿Cuál es el sustantivo? Persona u hombre, cualquiera. Entonces, Dr. House is such a full-tempered person, y lo mismo después, that I hated him, ta, ta, ta. O Dr. House is such a full-tempered man, that, ta, 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 ¿cierto? Si uso such, necesito incluir el sustantivo. Si uso so, simplemente el adjetivo, and that's it. ¿Mm? ¿Qué tal? Questions, difficulties, or problems?
No, no, teacher.
All fine.
No question.
Listo, muy bien, very good. Then, in that case, I'm talking about characteristics, ¿cierto? De las características. But if I want to talk about something that the show or something that the person has, I'm gonna count, yes? In that case, for example, I could use money or shortcomings. I forgot the word in Spanish. Defectos, ready? Or qualities, the opposite, no? So in that case, when I want to count it, I can also make an exaggeration with so. So many if it's countable, or so much if it's not countable, right? So many is for saying like, tiene tantas cosas o, no sé, propiedades o whatever, ¿cierto? O so much is for saying the same, but with non-countable nouns. Tiene tanto tiempo, tiene tanta gracia, no sé, something like that, but with non-countable nouns, right? Entonces, in that case, what I'm going to use is so many o so few, si es contable. Tantas o tan poquitas, ¿cierto? So many and so few. Y so much o so little, tanta o tan poquita, pero cuando no es contable. For example, in that case, Mrs. Paula, could you please help me to read the example over here?
The dialogue is packed with so many jokes that it's not stop loud from beginning to end.
Bueno, my dear, pronunciation, jokes. Ready? Jokes. Listo, entonces the dialogue is packed with so many jokes, o sea, con tantos chistes, right? So many jokes that it's not stop laugh from beginning to the end. I'm saying, tiene tanto hacia arriba, right? Ahora, si yo quisiera decir tiene tan poco, pues it's a possibility, but so few. I could say, for example, no sé, Um, the opera, has has so few jokes that it is boring for me, no sé qué, ¿cierto? Pero ya sería so few for saying tan poquitos, o sea, the opposite. Ready? In that case, so many or so few, porque jokes es contable, ¿cierto? Es una cosa que se puede contar. Claro, pero if I have another one that it's not countable, I'm going to use so much or so little. Ready? Vivi, help me with the example over here. Con este que está acá.
My
Busy.
busy schedule.
Esa palabra es difícil. Schedule.
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 Schedule, okay. Lives me so little, ¿verdad? To
Ajá.
be kind that I don't want to
Wasted.
wasted. It's watching mediocre sitcoms.
Sitcoms, que ya vimos que son comedias, ¿cierto?
Comedias,
Comedies, right? Entonces, my busy schedule leaves me so little time. Me deja tan poquito tiempo. Yes, so little time. ¿Por qué so little? Porque time no es contable, ¿cierto? O sea, cuando yo digo tiempo, it's just not countable, right? Entonces, my busy schedule leaves me so little time that I don't want to waste it watching mediocre films, right? Igual, si dijera tanto tiempo, so much, right? Entonces, with countable nouns, I'm going to use so many or so few. On uncountable nouns, I'm going to use so much or so little. Hmm? For example, let's see. It's an example, no? So, the show, no sé, Casa de los Famosos, has so influencers that they fight all the time. What do you think? What would be here?
Many.
Of course, no? So has so many influencers, tiene tantos influencers, influencers es contable, so has so many influencers that they fight all the time. Hmm? Oh, for example, Colombian TV, for example, yes, has so educational content that people don't learn anything. Don't learn anything. What do you think? ¿Cuál creen que hoy? Colombian TV has so educational content
So few.
that not really porque educational content es no contable. So
So much.
Okay. Such.
So little or so much.
so little, ¿no? So
Sí,
little
ya, ya.
porque, digo, como tiene tan poquito contenido educacional que la gente no
Ah,
aprende.
ya, ya
People don't
comprendí.
learn. ¿Sí? Right? Entonces, the TV in Colombia has so little educational content that people don't learn. Or, for example, I don't know, eh, eh, musical reality shows have so rating that the they no sé, they keep appearing more, o sea, siguen apareciendo más. What do you think? Musical reality shows have so
Much.
good, Pau,
Much.
muy bien, so much.
Much.
Tiene
Ajá.
tanto rating, ¿cierto? Pero el rating no es contable. So, the reality shows have so much rating that they keep appearing. Good. Entonces, in that case, no me refiero tanto a la característica como tal, sino a algo que tiene mucho o muy poco, dependiendo si es contable o no contable. Claro, también puedo expresar. Dime, pregunta, Pau.
Es una pregunta fuera del tema.
No puedo.
Cuando yo digo, por ejemplo, ay, tan chistoso, pero no, ay, no, como no chistoso me gustó, sino como es irónico.
Mhm.
¿Cómo le digo a esa persona, cuando, por ejemplo, cuando digo, hace algo, yo digo, ay, tan chistoso?
You could say that like, ah, you're so funny, right? So you are so funny, no? You could say also, I'm cracking up. I'm cracking up.
Crack.
It means like, no, pues me parto de la risa, right? I'm cracking up
Ah,
here.
ya.
¿Viste? So you have two options. Pero exactamente a eso me refiero. So y la característica. Claro, también podría decir, usted es tan chistoso, ¿cierto? Una persona tan chistosa. You could say, you are such a funny person, ¿no?
Me divierte muchas personas.
You're such a funny person, right? Entonces, in that case, puedo hacerlo de las dos maneras que vimos. So y el adjetivo, o such, y el adjetivo va a ser sustantivo. También puede ser. Obvio, todo está en el tono, porque si se lo digo muerto de la risa, entonces sí va a creer que es en serio, ¿no? Yo digo, ah, so you're so funny. Pero si le tengo tono de agravio, obviamente se entenderá que es un sarcasmo, right? Listo, muy bien, very good. Entonces, bueno, I was
Ah,
saying here, yeah, pregunta, question.
teacher, ahí el soch y el so funcionan iguales. Sí, ok,
Yes,
sí, porque
exactly.
aquí estoy analizando pan y tal, y miré ahí en el diccionario y me dieron el significado igual.
Lo diferente es que cuando usas el such, necesitas incluir el sustantivo de ese objeto, sea persona o sea película. Es decir, cuando yo digo,
Ujú.
no sé, Titanic es muy aburrida, entonces simplemente Titanic es so boring. Ok, that's it, porque estoy
Ah,
diciendo
ok.
solo el adjetivo. Pero si yo uso, uy, Titanic es una película muy aburrida, entonces cuando digo película, hey, ahí es donde entra el such. Titanic is such a boring movie. ¿Mm? Entonces, tengo el sustantivo movie, ahí es cuando
Ujú.
tengo que usar el such. Si solo tengo el
Ah, ya.
adjetivo aburrido, ahí sí
Ajá.
uso el so.
Ah, ok, ok,
Right?
ok.
Entonces,
Thank
por
you.
ejemplo, here we have, bueno, the musical reality shows have so much rating that they keep appearing. Fin, ready? Entonces, I can say, for example, que son muy populares, ¿cierto? Entonces, ¿cómo podrían decir que esos reality shows son muy populares?
De en Colombia,
Ujú.
en Colombia, the reality show such such popular,
Are
son popular, popular, ¿qué? Programs. O sea,
Sí, good. O shows, de hecho, pues,
oh, show, esa
shows,
es la que estaba buscando en la
ya
palabra.
está ahí, ¿no? Entonces, pero bien, pilas ahí con el verbo. Entonces, reality shows are such a
Ok, son,
popular
bien.
shows.
Sí me
¿Ready?
faltó.
Es muy bien, claro, si usas such, tienes que usar el sustantivo
Ajá.
shows. Si yo solo quisiera decir, es que son muy populares, ya, that's it. Entonces, reality shows are
So,
so popular.
pero en
Y
este caso
ya, that's
ahí
it.
también puedo usar programs, ¿cierto?
Sí,
Hablando así,
pero programas
pues.
programas un poquito más talking about eh, softwares and,
Ajá.
computational programs. Pero lo que es de TV son más como shows, ¿no? Por
Sí,
eso se
sí,
llama
pero en el
como,
momento, o sea, pensándolo como uno habla así como muy colombiano, muy chichonguiano,
sí,
por
of
decirlo así,
course.
un programa popular. O sea, ok, ok.
Yes.
Ya comprendí.
Ujú. ¿Listo? ¿Ready?
Thank you.
Entonces puedes hacerlo
teacher
como, yes, dale.
or maybe reality shows are choose a popular broadcast.
Good.
Maybe
Broadcast might
that
be
work.
another one. Broadcast would mean more like a transmisión, ¿no? Broadcast. So también is also used for talking about shows. También se usa para hablar de lo que se presenta en TV. ¿Ready? Entonces, muy bien. Reality shows are such a popular shows o such a popular broadcast o simplemente so popular y ya está, right? Si no quiero usar el sustantivo de nuevo, ¿vale? Ahí sí está más o menos claro cómo usar los cuatro. So, so many, so few, such.
Sí,
Sí, yes.
sí, señor. Thank you.
Listo, muy bien, very good. Hannah, ¿cómo vas? Good? Questions, problems? Paula, good?
Normalmente cuando uno utiliza ese such, debe tener eh, como una explicación, digamos, y el show sí para ahí nomás, digamos.
Digamos que cuando no lo incluyo es porque es medio obvio. Por ejemplo, yo digo, no sé, vamos a usar un ejemplo here. I have, espérame, wait. No sé, Bogotá is such, ay, perdón, such a dangerous city. Obvio, yo podría continuar diciendo como es tan peligrosa que nunca saco el celular, por ejemplo, ¿yes? Pero esa parte puede llegar a ser un poquito más que obvia, entonces simplemente me puedo quedar como Bogotá is such a dangerous city. O, claro, puedo complementarla. Bogotá is such a dangerous city that I never use my cell phone in the street. Depende del contexto de la conversación, si crees que es necesario aclarar la consecuencia o si no, pues ya depende del contexto de la conversación.
Teacher, es más, es tan o es muy.
Depende, si tiene la
Por
consecuencia,
eso.
están, pero si no tiene la consecuencia, es muy.
Ujú, es muy, ok.
Ready? Listo, muy bien, very good. Any other question? ¿Alguna otra pregunta? Difficulty? All fine? Perfect. I'm going to answer two questions. Question number one, what is your favorite kind of movies and why? Entonces, I want you to think what is your favorite kind of movies. For example, my favorite kind of movies is the comedies because I think that they are so relaxing, yes, and I think that they have so many, how do you say, positive moments that I feel relaxed at the end of the movie, yes. Entonces I use, me gustan las comedias porque son tititi y tienen tanto que bla bla bla, right? Or for example, I like the comedies because they have so few stressing moments that I don't suffer in the movie, and I don't like to watch movies for suffering. So that's why I like the comedies because they have so little stress that I don't feel stressed at the end. Hmm? That's my opinion. What about you? What's your favorite kind of movie and why?
My favorite, my favorite, mm, my favorite kind of movie is comedy. Uh, yeah,
Organize your idea, don't worry.
eso for, es que estaba dudando entre for, 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 bueno, déjeme lo pienso bien, déjeme lo pienso bien.
Listo, recuerda que vamos a incluir como me gusta porque es tan 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 o porque tiene tan 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 o porque tiene tan poca tan tan tan. That's it, ¿no? Listo. What about the rest? Pau, Danny, B, Hannah, what do you think?
Okay, my favorite kind of movies are like I don't have an specific specific like mm, gender how was the word?
Genre.
Gender, genre, yeah, right. But I like the feeling when I am like watching a movie and that movie helped me with something in my life, with a tough, with that this movie gives me like a new knowledge, a new entendimiento about the things that is happening in the world of maybe that situation it could be like a situation in my own life. So I like this side of movie. I like yeah, and also I like that like these documentary movies like it's related to sports and this type of things. I like, I am like a cinema man.
Okay, good, very good. So in that case, he says, like, I like it when they give me understanding. So I would say that, for example, one characteristic is explanatory. No, explanatory, explanatory. It's a movie or a documentary or some content that shows me something, that explains me something, right? So probably Danny would say, would have said, I like it when the movies are so explanatory or when they have so much explanations, right? Or so much explanation or so much knowledge that I can learn new things or that I can understand the things on the word. Yeah, so it's basically telling those characteristics using these expressions. No? Muy bien, Dani. Thank you. Anybody
Okay,
else?
teacher. Well,
Yeah, vale.
teacher. My favorite game of the movie is the comedy um real life and um and animal shows. Animal show. Why?
Because
Oh, yeah, because the comedy is I like I like because it's funny, yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Because so funny. Eso, okay. Because they are so funny, okay. And the and the ¿cuál fue el otro que dije? The the um, and and the real life because because ay ahora me confundí al leer ya me perdí, o sea
okay,
me
don't worry.
te deja, o sea se me perdió,
Mm, it
te da
gives
te da te
it
da
gives you más bien. It gives you.
sí, sí, bueno, no, el que sí, no, ya. It guides you, sí, learning. Okay, yeah, o sea, it give learning and and the hay animal shows because why learning the animals and your activities. No sé.
Their activities, no my activities, their activities.
Yo dije, sí. No. Yo dije fue
Their
your.
activities. Ajá, porque yours serían las mías, ¿no? Serían their
Ajá,
activities.
ajá, ya.
Listo, good, very good. Just careful. Trata siempre de organizar la oración. Entonces, por ejemplo, I
Ajá, sí,
like,
no,
vuelves a
no,
empezar.
me había
Vuelves a
olvidado
empezar,
esa
right?
parte que agregar eso.
Entonces, I like o sea, son tres oraciones diferentes porque son tres géneros diferentes. Entonces, en ese
Ajá,
caso, I like the comedies because they are so funny. Uno. Siguiente, I like the real life movies because, otra vez, because they give you so much learning, ¿no? O sea, te dan mucho aprendizaje, they give you so much learning. And the last one, I like the animal shows because, otra vez, todo organizadito, because um, they have so many or so much information about the animals and their activities, por ejemplo. ¿Sí?
ajá.
Good,
Ok.
that's it. O sea, está bien la información, pero hay que organizarla bien en
Listo.
oraciones
No es que
separadas.
no quise, o sea, quise O sea, porque yo normalmente la escribo antes
Mhm.
y la voy leyendo, la escribo, pero no quise como llevarlo en la mente, quiero empezar a
That's good, it's
soltarlo.
good. Sí, exactly. That's necessary. That is
Ajá.
necessary to do it. ¿Listo? Bueno, muy bien, very good. Pau, Vivi, do you have any ideas? What is your favorite kind of movie and why?
Teacher, I like documentaries. Genre documentaries.
Yeah, documentaries. Depende si son surviving documentaries, historical documentaries.
Documentaries.
Okay,
I
documentaries in general.
because I like to learn about the developed companies
Okay, very good.
like Coca-Cola or GAMS.
Mhm. Okay. Well, so what you like is the industrial documentaries, no? Documentaries industries like the development of Coca-Cola, development of the. Perfect, very good. Trying to include this, I would say, for example, I like that they have so much information about, no sé, companies development, or that they have so many examples of company development, ¿cierto? Or that they are so instructional, they are so, how do you say, entertaining, or they are such an incredibly useful shows, muy útiles, right? So trying to use
I
that.
like documentaries because there are so many interesting and I learning about them.
Good. Si usas so many, hay que contarlo entonces. So many interesting. So many interesting. ¿Qué? Interesting facts. ¿Cierto? Hechos interesantes. ¿Ready? Para que se vuelva a contarle. Pero bien, perfecto. That's the one. Así es. ¿Listo? Muy bien. Very good. Excellent. Bueno. Vivi, do you have an example? No. Well, are we to move on into the last part? Because all of these are your expressions, your opinions, ready? So this is basically your opinion. You said, pues me gusta esto porque es así y así. That's it, ready? But there is an important thing that we have to do it. As, for example, when we talk about, with Paula asked me, teacher, ¿cómo puedo decir esto? The tone of the sentence, the tone, it's going to be really important, ready? But the tone can be given with some special words, the adverbs, ready? Since the adverbs are going to be some words that we use in order to give or to establish the tone of the sentence. We are going to have adverbs for everything, ready? Usually they finish in li, the word li, which in Spanish, normally it's like when the words finish in mente, cuidadosamente, aparentemente, seguramente, afortunadamente, desafortunadamente, no sé, generalmente. Bueno, todos esos adverbios in English, they finish in li. Ready? This is where we're going to have different adverbs or different uses of the adverbs in order to establish the intention of my sentence. Ready? For example, if I want to give my intention, my opinion completely established, I would say, for example, certainly, clearly, definitely, obviously, unquestionably, incuestionablemente, obviously, obviamente, definitely, definitivamente, clearly, claramente, right? Or if I am not so sure, si no estoy tan seguro, apparently, aparentemente, seemingly, it means also the same, aparentemente, supposedly, what does it mean of supposedly?
Supuestamente, ¿no?
Supuestamente, very good. Entonces, estos adverbios pueden ir en cualquier parte de la oración, pero generalmente van a ir al inicio para modificar toda la oración, para decir que seguramente o aparentemente, dependiendo, ¿cierto? Y la oración que sigue. Entonces, si están al inicio de la oración es porque digo yo como, hey, pilas, lo que voy a decir a continuación es seguro o es aparente. Entonces, that's the use of the adverbs, ¿cierto? Entonces, I can also have, for example, possibility or probability. Possibly, posiblemente. Potentially, potencialmente. Already, probably, probablemente. Or talking about honestly, honestamente. Yes. Frankly, francamente. Directly, directamente. Seriously. What is seriously?
Seriamente.
Seriamente, no? Very easy, no? O summarizing, for example, here we have basically, básicamente, essentially, esencialmente, fundamentally. What does it mean of fundamentally?
Fundamentalmente.
Muy bien, very good, fundamentalmente. And mainly, it means principalmente. And overall, que es un poquito diferente, overall significa sobre todo. That's it, like como en general, ¿cierto? Sobre todo. Okay, and other different attitudes, other different intentions. Amazingly, impresionantemente o sorpresivamente, surprisingly, que es un adjetivo, un sinónimo, sorry. Not surprisingly, predictably, predeciblemente, right? Fortunately, fortunadamente, unfortunately, desafortunadamente, right? Entonces, these adverbs are going to help me to set the tone of the action, set the tone of the sentence, set the tone of my opinion. Ready? Of course, en este caso estamos hablando sobre opiniones sobre tele, pero puedo aplicarlo a cualquier otra cosa, ¿cierto? Pues, for example, no sé, I am going to talk about, no sé, let's say we're talking about politics, for example. Estamos discutiendo de política con alguien. So we said, no, you know what? Frankly, he is such a corrupted person, ¿cierto? Entonces doy mi opinión, digo que es muy corrupto, pero antes de eso digo, francamente, para decir pilas, lo que voy a decir es algo con sinceridad, pero pues tómelo suave, right? Entonces I would say frankly. ¿Mm? O no, no quiero decir que es con sinceridad, quiero expresar.
Supuestamente.
Bueno, más bien, for example, I could say supposedly. Supposedly, how was written? Wait, I forget. Yes, got it. Supposedly. Ready? Supuestamente, he is a that's different. Es completamente diferente. Ready? O no, ya lo descubrieron, right? So I would say no. Certainly, which is ciertamente, certainly, he is such a corrupted person, right? Entonces, ¿estoy dando mi opinión? Sí, claro, of course. Puedo usar so many, so few, so little, such, ready? Pero me ayudo de estos adverbios para para sentar el tono de la oración, para sentar la intención de mi oración. ¿Listo? Entonces, for example, if I say, no sé, let's say amazingly, you are so funny. So funny. Do you think that this is a sarcasm or is real? Estoy diciendo como, jaja, tan chistoso, o, ja, sí, es tan chistoso, en serio. What do you think? Si coloco amazingly.
I think it's real.
Is real. I say like, my God, you're so funny. Amazingly, you're so funny. ¿Cierto? Es real. ¿Cómo lo identifico? Con el adverbio. What about if I say, frankly, no sé, you are not so, oh no, más bien, let's say, instead of frankly, we would say, apparently you're so funny. Apparently you are, es que no, you are so funny. O sea, misma oración, pero un adverbio diferente. What do you think? Apparently you are so funny. Is real or it's a sarcasm?
No, really no es.
No, it's not real. It's a sarcasm. Yes. Entonces esos adverbios me van a colaborar, me van a ayudar para poder sentar el tono de la oración. ¿Listo, guys? Es mucho vocabulario, yo sé, pero realmente son muy sencillos porque son muy parecidos al español. ¿Ready? Teniendo en cuenta que vienen de raíces latinas, son muy parecidos al español. ¿Listo? Entonces ustedes los pueden identificar fácilmente y también los pueden aprender fácilmente porque son muy parecidos. ¿Listo? Guys, ¿cómo van? Questions, difficulties, problems?
No problems.
No problem. All fine. Listo, muy bien. Dani, Pau, Álvaro.
Fine,
No.
teacher.
All fine.
No
All right.
All
question.
fine.
teacher.
All fine.
Yeah.
Estamos bien.
Listo, perfecto. Bueno, nice. Entonces, pues básicamente ese era el objetivo de esta clase, era aprender un poco más sobre cómo dar opinión, un poco más avanzada, más enfocada en las características, ¿cierto? Y aparte ayudarnos de estos recursos lingüísticos de los adverbios para poder sentar el tono, ya sea que es una opinión, una expresión, una característica, lo que sea, nos puede ayudar de esta manera los adverbios para poder sentar el tono. ¿Listo? Guys, pues básicamente that would be the class of today. So see you the next week. Aprovecho. La próxima semana tenemos una sola clasecita y el jueves tenemos club de conversación. Por favor, revisen que ahora sí les aparezca en serio, ahora sí les aparezca en el calendario. El de la semana pasada tuvimos un inconveniente con Hannah, entonces estaba mal configurado. Revisen, porfa, que les aparezca ahora sí en el calendario, les debe aparecer para el día jueves a las 8 de la noche, jueves
Ay,
7.
sí, teacher, sí, porque a las 7 no, me queda un poquito difícil conectar.
Listo, entonces jueves
Teacher,
7 a las 8. Dime, Dani. Dame.
teacher, where is this calendar?
De la
Ah,
próxima semana, el jueves, ¿sí?
el jueves, sí, señora, sí. El calendario de Dani está en la plataforma. Entras a la plataforma, entras a tu curso avanzado y apenas bajas en la primera columna, ahí está el calendario. Debajo del calendario aparecen las fechas próximas.
Sí, dice
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Conversation Club,
Oh,
miércoles, es que miércoles, jueves 7 de marzo a las 8 de la noche.
Listo, very good. Entonces, otra vez, el jueves a las 8 se les va a abrir un botoncito arriba del calendario que dice Conversation Club. Ahí pueden entrar para poder, pues, ingresar al Conversation Club. ¿Listo?
okay, teacher. Thank you.
Bueno, guys.
Thank you,
Guys, have a
teacher.
good night. Que les vaya muy bien. Descansen. Que les vaya muy bien. See you later.
Bye bye,
See you
teacher.
later,
Bye
yeah.
bye. See you next
Bye
week.
bye. Have a
Bye.
good one.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye, Anna. See you later.